Let's take a look at the cover of the book. What is the name of this book?
Katie Woo, who needs glasses.
Katie Woo, Who Needs Glasses. So let's talk about the difference. Why does it say Katie Woo and then have another title that says Who Needs Glasses? Carly.
Because Katie Woo's the series, and then Who Needs Glasses is the name of the book.
Yeah, excellent. So a lot of our stories in our classroom library are series of books. What are some other series of books we talked about a little while ago?
Magic Treehouse, Captain Underpants,
Junie B. Jones.
Junie B. Jones.
Adult books have series too, that a lot of adults like to read certain authors or certain series. I want you to start paying attention to the series that you like, the authors that you like. That will help you be able to select text as you are becoming better and better readers. As you read this story, I want you to start reading. I want you to think about some questions to guide our reading. We want to know who is in the story, who is telling the story, what's happening in the story, where it's taking place, when it's taking place. So those are those W and H questions. Do you remember those? Who?
What, where, when, why, how.
You guys remember those? Do you remember our W and H questions? Let's see if we can say them all together.
Who, what, when, where, why, how.
Right. Those are those questions we learn to ask as good readers as we read the text. In this one, I want you to pay close attention to who is telling the story, who is in the story, and what each character wants. Go ahead and start reading. Has everybody finished chapter 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Amy, can you tell me who the characters we met in chapter 1 were?
Katie, Pedro,
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Winkle.
Mrs. Winkle. So we have Katie, Pedro, Mrs. Winkle.
No, it's further.
Was there someone else, Carly?
Sue.
Sue.
It's the name of a dinosaur.
Oh, that's right. So do you think that Sue is a character?
No.
Not really. Right. There's
Wait,
just
no,
something they're
that's-
talking about.
That's just in chapter 2.
So it's mainly Katie, and we know she's the, what kind of character?
Main character.
How do we know she's the main character?
Because
As
she's
it
in
says
every
her-
scene.
She's in every scene, and?
It says her name bigger than the title of the book.
Right, the name of the series is Katie Woo, so pretty much she's going to be the main character in all of the Katie Woo books, I would imagine. And we have her friend. What's her friend's name, Ben? Pedro. So we want to know in this chapter what Pedro wants and what Katie wants. What do you think?
To not have glasses.
Who wants to not have glasses?
Katie and Pedro.
Who has glasses?
Katie and Pedro.
They both have glasses. And do they want glasses to see?
Yes.
They want to see, but they don't want to look like weird people.
Don't tell me you're going to say nerds.
I was going to say that.
Can you show me some evidence in the text that tells me they don't want to wear glasses? Look through chapter 1 and show me how you know that they don't want to wear glasses.
Chapter 1.
I found something.
Amy, go ahead.
A few days later, Pedro showed Katie his new glasses. I feel a little weird, said Pedro.
Very good. So Pedro was saying wearing glasses is a little weird. Take a look at the illustration. That gives us some information as well, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Pedro does not want to wear these glasses, and we know that because he's saying, I feel a little weird. What does Katie think Pedro should do? What do you think, Lucas?
Look great.
Lucas, what do you think he wants what do you think Katie wants Pedro to do?
Look like her because she has glasses and they're kind of like both friends.
Oh, they are kind of both friends.
And they can't
They look like
really
brother and
see.
sister. Like far away, so they can see close up. But she got her glasses earlier than his.
In chapter 2, we start seeing some more information about our characters. Ben, take a look at that page. There's an illustration that helps us know some things about Pedro and Katie. What do you notice in the illustration, Ben?
Pedro lost his glasses.
He lost his glasses. And so why is Katie saying, I'll do the reading, you make the diorama?
Because he doesn't have his glasses and he already made a mistake with plants and pants.
Right.
Plants
Let's show
and
us that. What page is that on?
Page 10.
On page 10. Tell us where it says that. Read that whole page to us.
Pedro began to read from his book. Most dinosaurs ate pants. No, said Katie, laughing. Not pants, plants.
So we know that Pedro does not want to wear his glasses, right? And we know that Katie wants him to wear his glasses. And now because he doesn't have his glasses, what's happening, Zach?
He's like he's not reading right because he doesn't have glasses.
He can't do what he needs to do. He's not reading properly. We found great... Go ahead, Ben.
And when the word, he said the word dinosaur means terrible lizard. No, Katie told him it's terrible lizard.
That is great evidence in the text that he is reading incorrectly. Thank you for that, Ben.
And then, good thing Katie's around because he might write that on the diorama.
Right.
Most dinosaurs ate pants.
Yeah.
And dinosaur means blizzard.
Terrible blizzard.
Terrible blizzard.
And making his clay dinosaur look like a cat.
Oh, look at that.
That looks like my cat.
What
said
page is
Barry.
that on?
The new boy. Pedro squinted at his drawing.
What page is
What page are you on?
Page 13.
Most literature focuses on a problem that characters are having. In this case, what is Pedro's problem? What do you think, Zach? What's his problem?
He needs glasses.
He
but
needs-
doesn't want them.
He needs glasses, but he doesn't want them. What's Katie's problem?
He needs him to wear the glasses.
No, wait, I know what your problem is.
What's her problem?
She doesn't want to be paired up with him because he's doing pretty bad job.
He's doing a pretty bad job because he can't see. So Katie has to come up with a solution to this problem that will make Pedro feel good about wearing the glasses. Let's keep reading and see what Katie does to help Pedro. What did Katie do to help Pedro solve his problem? Who wants to tell me? Carly's dying to tell me, so I think I've got to pick on Carly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
She's trying to make him feel good about wearing his glasses because she's going to mess up on things on purpose.
She's going to mess up on things on purpose.
So that Pedro thinks he's gonna do mess up on all those things too, so he's gonna get his.
Okay, good. Amy, do you see some evidence in the text that shows what Katie's going to do? Or what she's thinking or feeling? Let's look at page 14.
She's trying to prove a point to Pedro that if he can't really see well, he needs to get glasses and actually wear them.
Yes, and we know that to understand our characters' motivations, to understand what they want, we have to look at what they're thinking, feeling, or doing. What does she say on page 14 that tells us that she's kind of setting this up?
I don't
Because
know, said
it's-
Katie.
Well, hang on, it was Amy's turn.
Because it said, during recess, Katie got an idea.
During recess, Katie got an idea. And then what does it say at the bottom of the page, Zach?
I don't know. I don't know, said Katie, but I don't really need them.
So she's acting like
Pedro.
Pedro. Look at the picture. Look at the illustration. What can you tell about the character's feelings or what she's thinking by that illustration?
Like she's gonna be serious. Like she's gonna be like
Everyone make the face Katie's making.
she's gonna be cool.
Ah,
Without glasses. She's gonna be like Pedro. She thinks she's gonna she thinks she's gonna see very well, but she can't.
She can't. She needs glasses.
And Pedro's like, sad because he can't see very well.
Very good. So I like that Amy pulled out, Katie got an idea. That's how we know she's thinking about something. It tells us in the text. Let's keep reading and see what happens.
Katie sat down. Watch that one, Jojo. You are sitting on the clay for our diorama. Oops, said Katie. I didn't see that.
Wow, so Katie's going even one step further.
Yeah, then Pedro.
Yeah, how is she going even further than Pedro to make her point?
Pedro didn't sit there. Pedro knows where he knows where to sit.
But what did Katie do? Look at this illustration. That helps us a little bit, too, to understand this text.
Katie had a bigger problem than Pedro.
Yeah, she said her problem's even bigger. Let's keep reading chapter 3. Chapter 3 is the last chapter of this chapter book. And see if Pedro's point of view changes. Let's review Pedro's point of view. What is Pedro's point of view about glasses?
Didn't even see.
Ben, what is Pedro's point of view about wearing glasses?
He doesn't like them.
He doesn't like them. Why doesn't he like them?
Because he feels weird.
Yeah, he feels weird. Do you think that Pedro's point of view may change in chapter 3?
Yep.
Why do you think so, Ben?
Because
He finds his
Let Ben answer. Go ahead, Ben.
he's gonna find his glasses.
You think he'll find his glasses? Do you think they were really lost?
No.
Yeah.
Who thinks they were really lost? I want to know who thinks Pedro really lost his glasses and who thinks Pedro just hid his glasses so he wouldn't have to wear them.
I was trying to say that Katie was trying to be like Pedro, but Pedro really lost them and Katie didn't.
So you think Pedro really lost them. Who agrees and disagrees?
I think he lost them, but it was in his pocket, but he lost them.
Okay, so they were in his pocket, but he lost them.
And she put them in her pocket, but she knew it all the time.
Lucas, talk to Zach. Tell him if you disagree or agree and why. Tell Zach.
I agree because like Pedro probably went home and took off his glasses, and probably his parents wasn't there, so probably somebody took care of his glasses and put it somewhere, and then he couldn't find them.
What evidence in the text tells you that?
Pedro can't see.
Pedro can't see, but what evidence in the text tells us that he left them at
I
home?
don't think there is, but it could have.
Oh, because he there's every single chapter. No, every
Well,
single
maybe it doesn't
page
tell you
is
in
a
the
day.
story, but I think it talks about Katie more than Pedro. So maybe when they were talking about Katie, what was going on?
Well, good readers find evidence in the text when they think that something has happened. So my question is, if we think Pedro left the glasses at home, what evidence can we find in the text to tell us that Pedro left the glasses at home?
None.
All right, so I want you guys to have this conversation with one another and figure this out. Go
I
ahead.
think he just doesn't want to wear his glasses. And he put them in his pocket to hide them so that he wouldn't have to wear them.
Well, I think
And then Katie didn't do it to just look cool. She did it to make Pedro put his back on. Yeah, I agree with you.
Tell her why you agree.
Because it makes the more sense because because maybe when no one was looking, Pedro took off his glasses and put them in his pocket.
What evidence in the text can you find that tells you that that's what happened?
I don't think
None. Nothing.
How do you know the glasses are in Pedro's pocket?
Because he said it at the end.
What page did you see that?
Oh, you just passed it, Ben. Just passed it.
What page is that?
So,
I have
Page 18.
Page 18. Read it for us, Amy.
Look, said Pedro. I said him, look. Pedro said suddenly. I found mine. They were in my pocket the whole time.
But I think he's like I think like the smile is like it's like a smile that shows that he really lost.
Or I think
It shows like
Let's talk one at a time. Say I agree, or let's talk one at a time. Zach is going to tell us something, and then if you would like to respond, you say, Zach, I agree or I disagree, and then tell him why. Go ahead, Zach. Tell us your opinion.
like his smile is like that he actually found them and he wasn't hiding it the whole time.
Lucas, you want to respond to that?
Yeah, I agree because, like, I think Katie, like when they were doing a project, I think she, like, when she was walking over, she saw it in his pocket. And so the next day, Katie wanted to be like Pedro. So then she took off her glasses and had it in her pocket. So it's the same. So, like.
So does that make you think that Pedro put him in his pocket on purpose, or that he actually lost them?
He actually lost them because, like, probably at the house, he's home.
I
He
think
put them in his pocket.
I disagree with that because it says on page 9, I think I lost them, Pedro said, but he didn't really lose them, and it says I think I lost them, because if he can't find them, then he says I lost them, but he says I think I lost them.
How do you respond to
That
that,
means he did.
Lucas?
Well, it doesn't say on page 9 that.
well I
You're
think
not on
that
page
Hang on.
9.
It doesn't say on page 9 that.
yeah, it does. It's on when it's chapter 2.
It's chapter 2.
I think I lost them.
Yeah. That doesn't really mean he lost them.
What does it mean?
Yeah, then that means you're sort of agreeing with it.
He really. Oh, this is impossible. I disagree with that.
So do you agree or disagree with Carly that he put them in his pocket on purpose?
I agree.
You agree, because now we found evidence in the text that tells us that's what happened. That, I think I lost them. That was a really great find of a piece of evidence. Yes. So good readers are always kind of go back through the text and read it closely to see if they can prove their assumptions.
But like on his face, he saw like it sounds like a weird smile. Like look at his face when he that like on page 18.
Page 18, okay?
Yeah, look at his face.
Oh, wait.
His face looks like, yeah, I found them, and like it's really it sounds like a trick to Kate.
Well, Katie kind of played a trick on him, didn't she?
Yeah.
I think Katie thought that he was pretending that he lost them, but Katie did the same thing. But they were actually doing different things.
So you're
So
agreeing
he
with
actually
it?
lost them. No, and she pretended that she lost.
What evidence in the text do you find that shows that he actually lost them and not stuck them in his pocket on purpose?
None.
None. So do you think that's right? If you make an opinion about something, you have to be able to find evidence in the text to support your opinion when you're reading a story.
Like mine, the
that's
one
what
on
good readers
page
do.
9.
And that's how Lucas ended up changing his mind, because when he looked at the evidence, he had to agree.
Like for mine, I think I lost them. He would say I lost them if he knows that he lost them. But he would say I think I lost them if he didn't.
What page is that on again? Was that 9?
Yeah.
Let's go, look at page 9. See if you look at that, if you still want to maintain the same opinion. Let's lay your iPad down and keep it very still.
We need a term.
What do you think of that
Please.
sentence? I think I lost them, Pedro said. Do you think that piece of evidence supports that he lost them on purpose or that he really lost them?
That he really lost them because, because he said, that could have meant that he didn't know where it was. Because he said,
He would say,
that means that he wasn't really speaking about them
He would.
for a long time.
He would say, I think I lost them. He would say, I lost them if he lost them. But then if he didn't lose them,
Yeah, but what if he didn't know that he lost them?
he said, I think if he didn't, he probably knows that he lost them because
it says I think I lost.
yeah. And then also, on page 18,
We keep going back and forth. to
Right,
that
yeah.
and-
That's what good readers do. They go back and forth to try and make sense of the text.
and then, look, I found mine. And why would he put his hand in his pocket if he didn't?
He didn't put his hand in the pocket.
Well, then how did he get his
Read,
glasses out?
read that whole page for us, Zach.
Look, said Pedro suddenly. I found mine. They were in my pocket the whole time.
Now what do you think?
This is so hard.
It's okay. You agree with Carly because we found evidence. He said it suddenly. He reached into his pocket without even hesitating, didn't he?
I agree with Zach and Colin.
You can see both sides of it. Once we went back and really examined all of the evidence, we came to a consensus. What is a consensus?
I don't know.
Consensus. Everyone say consensus.
Consensus.
That means we all pretty much agree that he probably stuck them in his pocket on purpose. And we know that because on page 9, he said, I think I lost them. He hesitated. And then on page 18, it said, look, said Pedro, suddenly they were in my pocket the whole time.
Suddenly, for no reason, he just pulls
Just
them out of his
out of the blue,
pocket.
here they are.
For no reason, he just pulls them out of his pocket.
I'm going to the end of the I guess. But if there was something else that he was doing and he had to reach in his pocket, then that would be
But
more
it never
yeah.
told evidence that he did it for something else.
You did a great job having a conversation about information in the text. You did a great job determining characters' motivations and characters' action. You cited evidence in the text many times in order to support your opinions, and a couple of you changed your opinions when you went back and reviewed the evidence in the text. That's what good readers do.